Hi again, YouTubers. So this video has been requested quite a few times and it's kind of an updated skincare video. I have a basic system that I use and then I kind of change something in here or there. So I'm just going to get started and kind of explain to you guys. First thing I'll start with is nighttime, because to me, nighttime is the most important. It's when I take off all my makeup, I get rid of everything from the day and kind of get my skin to restart over. And I used to always use Kirkland Signature Daily Facial Cleansing Palettes. There's all different brands out there. I just personally liked this one. I would use that kind of once all over my face to get all the makeup off, all the eye makeup off, and then be able to really then wash my face. Lately, as it's been getting a little bit cooler out, my skin is changing again. It's getting a little bit drier, so I have been using my nude cleansing facial oil. This is what it looks like. Put about 3, maybe 4 pumps into my hand. Warm it up on my hands, pat it on my face, and then rub on my face. Not like scrub it. It's just you lightly rub on your face, over your eyes, everything. It doesn't bother your eyes at all. So I take it over my eye makeup kind of like this. I go for about, I'd say about a minute, okay? And then I take a hot washcloth, not like scalding hot, but just really, really warm hot water under the sink. And then I just pat it on and then wipe everything away. And it takes off every bit of makeup and it's great. Then at nighttime, I wash my face after either of these steps, one or the other. I don't do both. I do one or the other. At nighttime, I want to exfoliate my face a little bit better because my skin tends to get flaky. Even though I have oily combination skin, it kind of like on my cheeks gets flaky, down on my chin gets flaky, and then I get overly oily up on my nose and forehead throughout the day. So what I use at nighttime is my Sigma cleansing and polishing tool. I use the one, you can see it's kind of dirty, that's like, I think this is the one that's in between. It's not the deep cleansing, but it's not the soft bristle one. So I use this and I use it with my Osmotics Blue Copper 5 Anti-Aging Cleansing Gel. So I run this underwater, I put a little squirt in the middle there, and then I use this all over my face, and it really just gets off anything else that is left on my skin. And you can tell by this that sometimes there is still makeup left on my skin. So I just really and truly scrub all of that off with this. I use it for about 2 minutes. It doesn't time it. And this one does move in a circular motion. In 2 different powers, and you don't want to press it on your skin too hard because that's gonna kind of upset your skin. You can break capillaries and things like that. So just gently roll it over your skin and it works very nicely. And the reason I like this cleanser with it is because it really and truly pulls all that extra impurities out and gets my skin feeling really clean, but not that like tight pore feeling. And it is not a foaming cleanser, which is super important, I find, with this brush, because the downside with this brush, the Sigma one, is when it spins around, it also kind of shoots like water and cleanser all over the place. So I don't want to use a foaming one with that because I did try it and it kind of got up near my eyes and all that, and I don't want that. So I use those 2 things at nighttime. And then I used to use a toner, and I go back and forth with toner because toner is a step that sometimes is helpful, but I don't really think is a necessity. So I don't use it the majority of the time. I kind of go back and forth when my skin, more in the summertime, I would say, I use toner more often because it helps get rid of all that extra oil from sweat and the heat and everything like that. But in the wintertime, I definitely don't use one. So what I do then is I just kind of pat my face off. By the way, when you dry your face, don't rub your face, just pat it. Because when you rub your face, you're kind of aggravating it even more. So you just want to pat your skin dry. The next thing I put on is an eye cream, and I use the Osmotics Eye Surgery one. It's Under Eye Rejuvenator. And I use this one at nighttime because it's a little bit thick and heavy. So I found during the day I don't like it as much because it kind of can cause some creasing with my under eye concealer. But I love it at nighttime because it's so thick and so rich, and it just sinks in really well, and kind of I wake up not feeling as heavy, and it just, you feel a fine layer over it, but it's not like kind of heavy, I guess. It is if you're going to use it during the day, but at nighttime it's perfect. You want to use heavier, not heavier products, that's a bad choice of words. You want to use more moisturizing products at nighttime, because when you sleep, that time frame when you're sleeping, your skin is resting and it absorbs more of the products into your skin than during the day when you put it on, and then you're going to put all these other layers on top of it. So then at nighttime, the next thing I use, and I use this religiously, I love this product, and it is the Osmotics Blue Copper 5 Firming Elasticity Repair. This is what the jar looks like. I am about halfway down on this one. And I use this every night. I love it. It is so amazing, and it feels so, so good on my skin. And I wake up and my skin just feels so soft, and just, it really, really just helps amazingly with my skin. And I've always had kind of a pink undertone, and it has really reduced that kind of red pinkness to my skin, so I love that. Then in the morning, well, you know what? Let me go on to like masks. No, you know what? I'll come back to that. In the morning, I'll go next to the morning. In the morning, I wake up, I get in the shower, and the first thing I do is I wash my face. And I use my Clarisonic Mia in the morning. Now, the reason I use this in the morning is it is not quite as exfoliating to me. It's wet right now because I just used it. I use it's not the sensitive brush head. I think it's the regular one, the gray one. I use this there's something there. I use this in the morning in the shower. Something in the lid, sorry. There we go. So I use this in the morning in the shower, and it just gives me such a nice feeling. It kind of just awakens my skin, because the Clarisonic is apparently, the middle moves at such a high speed you can't even tell it's moving, and in the camera you definitely can't tell. But it's a sonic brush, so it kind of gets deep down into the pores. So I use that with my Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. This is what it looks like. Literally, you need a dot of this stuff. And I use this all over my face, down my neck, and onto my chest every morning, just to clean everything really good. And, you know, it helps with your décolleté. And by the way, when I use these lotions at night and things like that, I do use them down into my neck and on the back of my hands, because that helps there too. But when I'm in the shower, I use this for the 2 minutes on my face, and then 2 minutes down my neck and onto my chest. And one dot of this does all of that. And then I just kind of, at the last second or so, I run it over the backs of my hands when I have a chance. But it just really has such a nice feeling, and this cleanser has a minty smell, so it wakes you up in the morning. It is foaming, so it does get kind of crazy, but it also is what helps it spread and use such little of it. So then in the morning, the eye cream I use is the Blue Copper 5 Firming Eye Repair. And I love this in the morning because it's kind of like a gel. This is my second jar of this, and I'm almost a quarter of the way through, I would guess. It's a nice lightweight gel, but it feels so good, and it sinks right into the skin. I find that I don't have any creasing under the eyes or any issues under my eyes with putting makeup on afterwards. So I really love, love, love that. It's just a great product. I love that line, if you can't tell. I absolutely love it. And then the next thing I use is, I do one of two things. For a long while there, I was just using the Blue Copper 5 Firming Elasticity Repair lotion. I was using this in the morning as well, which I loved. But then I was also sent this product to try, and it's by Stages of Beauty, and it's the Harmony line. It's the treatment cream for complete anti-aging care. And you can tell, you can kind of see through the jar that I've used a good amount of it. I've been using this. I've kind of gone back and forth with this. When I first used it, I thought I was breaking out really bad for this, and it wasn't this. It was another product that was breaking me out, luckily. But they have a really cool skincare line that is targeted to age ranges, so your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, etc. And I'm really liking this lotion. I feel like it gives me a nice base for my makeup, and just a really good product that sinks into my skin well for the day. I really do like it. I'm going to do a full review on that later. But one or the other, if you don't want multiple products, honestly, these two work for day and night. And honestly, if you want something for both, the cleanser from them too, honestly, wow. Never would have thought that until I just looked at this. Then onto masks and things like that, kind of peels, etc. One of the things that I have had for a really, really long while, I don't know how long, honestly, is a product. It's by Personal Microderm. And it's funny because I recently saw a video from Lana, Indiana. And she's an amazing person. You have to go check out her videos. Just great, great person to watch. She did a video on this and I was like, I still use mine. I love it. It's a Personal Microderm system and you use it at home. I think Derm store. I forget where I got this. It's like $175, but there's all kinds of discounts on it. But essentially, it has a plug usually in it. Mine isn't plugged in right now. And there's a switch on the side. And you turn it on. And there are two different sizes. This is the small one. And you can tell I've used mine quite a lot. This is the small one. And this is good for areas like your upper lip, around your nose. And you kind of run it. And it's like a vacuum, kind of, is the only way I can explain it. It actually, the little dot thing that was the green thing you saw in the middle is kind of like the exfoliant, and it's kind of like a sandpaper is the only way. It's not that rough, but that's the only way I can explain it, or an emery board. And that actually rotates, and as you're going, the part inside that you're seeing inside the plastic has suction to it. So you're actually dragging it through, and it's kind of sanding off, I guess it's a really bad term, but it's the only way I can come up with, and exfoliating the dead skin off of your face. It's like going to get a microdermabrasion, and trust me, I've done microdermabrasions in the salons too, and I do like them, but I'd rather in the salon or spa or whatever you want to say, I would rather spend my money on peels and stuff like that and do my microderm at home. And this microderm is amazing. I use it once a week. I still use it. I love it. I swear by it. The only thing that I always wonder about is eventually these little sander things are gonna wear off. I guess I'll just have to buy a new one. But at that point, I've gotten like I'd say good almost year and a half, 2 years probably out of this. I'd have to look back and see when I posted the actual review on this. But I love it. Absolutely love it. It is amazing, amazing, amazing. Some of the things I use for just a nice mask or peel is the Ren Glycolic Skin Renewal Peel Mask. I'm just going to put this up there and hopefully you can read it. Let's see here this way. There you go. Yes. Sorry, I'm not sure if that's showing up. So this you can buy at Sephora, and I really like the feeling of this. One pump does your whole face and down your neck, and you sit with it on for like, I think I do like 10 minutes. But it just really refreshes your skin and gives you a really nice fresh look, and I really like that. The next thing that I do once a week, right now I've been doing it, and I really like the results I'm getting, is the Ellen Lang Medispa Express Retexturizing Peel. This is what it looks like. I use this about once a week and really like the results. It just pulls, it helps after, like, I don't do it the same time I've done this. I do it like a couple days after, but it really helps get rid of anything else that might be left on that didn't catch, or any loose edges, so to speak. So I really like that. And then the last product that I use, and I use this in the shower, it is by Arbonne. Yeah, Arbonne Sea Source Detox Spa Sea Mud Face and Body Mask. It's a clay mask. It's kind of like, my only way of explaining it is it's like a couple steps up from the Queen Helene mask. I like Queen Helene. It's easy to use, very good for your skin, but this one is like amped up a couple of times. So I put this on usually after I've washed my hair, conditioned and all that, as I'm like just finishing up in the shower. I get out and I wrap my hair in a towel and I leave this on, and I think it's supposed to be like, let me see here, 10 to 15 minutes on your face and 20 to 30 on your body. I usually probably leave it on for 15 or 20 minutes. I just kind of get out of the shower, dry off, do some other things around the house, and then I go and rinse this off. I use a warm washcloth and just kind of rinse it off. It feels, and now for me to say this is funny because I don't usually notice anything on my skin, tingling, stinging, whatever. It has a slight warm feel to it, like a tingling heat to your skin when that face cloth first hits it, and when you rinse it off, it kind of heats your skin up, and your skin looks kind of reddish at first, like it has that red tone, But man, does it make your skin feel amazing after that. Like the moisturizers just sink into it. It tightens up your pores. Like I love this thing. It is amazing. And it wasn't very expensive, I don't think, for the size of it. It was really, I mean, I've had it for a long while. I mean, it's easily, again, it's been a year and look, I'm hardly through this thing because it doesn't take much. Well, I don't use it on my whole body either. So I guess it's made for both. But that is my skincare. I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.